Things that would change the atmosphere at a dinner party.
Well, this is absolutely lovely. I say we all raise a glass to the Fuhrer!
10 of you arrived. Only one will leave.
Unlikely letters for an agony aunt to receive.
My husband and I are 82, and he has recently lost interest in sex. Thank God!
Bad things to say at a job interview.
What do you mean I'm underqualified to be a plumber? I'm 5 hours late. I've done a piss in your sink.
The 5-year employment gap, yeah. I was canoeing.
Unlikely small ads.
Worried about hair loss? You bald bastard.
What a news reporter would never say.
Next on News 24, I'm going to punch a zebra. Who cares? No one's watching.
Reports of a mystery man loitering in the area turned out to be me. Well, finally, the power in Beirut seems to be back on. The radiator I'm chained to is getting quite warm.
Unlikely things for a royal correspondent to say.
The Queen asked me if I was from the BBC. I said I was, and she told me to piss off.
We need to lay off hoarders, by the way. I think there's one too many television programs exposing the horrors of people that like collecting shit. It's their house, let them do what they want. No, we have to fix them. No, you don't. People are fucked up. If they want to climb over a stack of Woman's Day magazines from the 1970s to get to the kettle, fucking let them. They like it. But it's a mental illness. Yeah, well, maybe, but I would argue it's more insane to film them doing it and then package it like a tacky microwave meal for one so cunts can sit at home going, look how shit that person is! They've got too many of the same thing!
One time I was at the dinner table when I was like 6, because I had to be. My dad goes, how was school today? I said, it was good, but someone pushed Tyler off the seesaw. And where were you? I was over on the bench. And what did you do? Nothing, I was over on the bench. But you saw what happened? Yeah, because I was over on the bench. So you saw what happened and you did nothing? Yeah, because I was sitting over on the bench. Let me ask you this. In Nazi Germany, when people saw what the Nazis were doing and they did nothing, were those good people? Oh, no, those are bad people. You gotta stop the Nazis. But you saw what they were doing to Tyler, and you did nothing, because I was over on the bench.
I've got a question for you. Child cruelty, what do you think? Good thing, bad thing? It's a bad thing, yeah. Well done, sir. I think it's universally acknowledged that child cruelty is a very bad thing, and yet there are adverts on our TVs every day saying don't smack children. Never an excuse to smack a child. That's just telling us the blatantly obvious, isn't it? I think they should have to take a little bit of the money they spend on those adverts telling us not to smack our children and spend a bit on an advert aimed specifically at children. Simply saying, behave. Let's face it, there's no smoke without fire. No one's putting out cigarettes on children that are just quietly colouring in the corner, are they?
Having Christmas at my house this year, right? 3 months out, my cousin calls me to discuss her son, my cousin's son, which makes him someone I couldn't give a fuck about. Anyway, she calls me up. The first thing she says, she doesn't say hello. The first thing she says is, Brayden can't have blue. What the fuck? Brayden can't eat blue foods. Apparently this kid, if he eats anything with a blue food preservative in it, he just taps out. That is bullshit. Firstly, don't call your kid Brayden. Secondly, blue is not even a natural colour for foodstuffs. It occurs very rarely in nature. Name me one blue food. Blueberries are fucking purple!
I didn't always used to do this for a living. I used to work for an oil company. It was the same sort of thing. It was telling lies to strangers. But that was a bit more awkward. That was much more, yeah, don't worry about Nigeria, that'll be fine. When I did used to work for a living, I was always very jealous of the women that I worked with, because women have the best excuse for a day off sick. I love a day off sick. Marvellous. Duvet, very nice and comfy. And women have the best excuse. The best excuse, as we all know, is women's problems. And the reason women's problems is the best excuse is because women's problems is the end of a conversation. Why didn't you come in yesterday? Women's problems. I like to think if I was the boss, things would be slightly different. Women's problems? Tits or fanny? Which is it? Maybe I could have a look.
Glasgow Airport, that was a mistake. Unbelievable. Unbelievable thinking from Al-Qaeda. We must penetrate the West at the most vulnerable spot. Glasgow Airport. I think the message was learnt. Don't fuck with Scottish people. You have a holiday booked, okay? I'll get the trolley. You just put the bags on there, eh? We get some newspapers, we get the rest at duty free. You got your tickets on the passports. What gate are we? 22. Hold on while I just punch this burning man in the face. Fuck off! Bastard! Mallorca, here we come! 10 days, I couldn't afford 2 weeks. Actually, have you got a cigarette? Let me just get a light off his face. Hold still, you Al-Qaeda bastard!
It's got even worse now, as well, that he is a minor celebrity. I'm not saying the fame has gone to his head, but the other day, my dad was doing a medical questionnaire, and under occupation, he put national treasure.
It's going to be the worst night of your life. I think it is how you should spell chihuahua. Stop it, Dad. Stop it. I went to the West Country at the weekend, which is always a treat. Yeah, one whoop for everyone else. It's not London, is it? It's not London. London, city of hate. It's brilliant. It's the only place in the world where if someone throws himself in front of a train, people go, you selfish fucker. I'm going to be late for the job I hate. The West Country isn't like that. It's fabulous. Just surrounded by weirdos. I love it. Like my Uncle John. My Uncle John's probably my favourite person in the world. Lunatic. I remember when I was 14 years old at a wedding, he went, here's a tip. If you're going to use a safe word, make sure it's short. And he told me a story that he was with a dominatrix who was trying to choke him, and he was trying to say the word rhododendron. Now,
the mainstay of any meal will be salt and pepper. Salt and pepper are so phenomenally successful in the herb and spice arena. They arrogantly sit on the table, knowing that whatever you want to prepare, you will require one of us. Either myself or my dear friend Pep. Isn't that right? Right you are, Sultan. You've been keeping busy? Oh, breakfast this morning, I was all over that. But there are other herbs and spices, oregano, thyme, rosemary, cumin, paprika. They're all lined up in the cupboard, waiting. Sometimes the cupboard door opens, they see salt and pepper on the table. Look at them, the bastards. What have they got? What have they got that we don't have? I just don't get it. I don't get it either. Neither do I. I can't even see them from here. What do they look like? You ever been out of the cupboard, cumin? Once, I think, for bolognese. They say it was wife holding hands, children running around. Lovely. Then the sun went down completely. Absolute total darkness. Pitch black, terrified. We all both looked at where we thought we were. Darling, are you there? I can't even see you. We should go to London. We can't do this, can we? We can't do this. Where are the children? Children! And it was like all those lovely daytime animals were instantly replaced by the night shift animals. Noises from birds I've never heard before. Sinister sounds. I actually Googled what bird sounds like a child screaming in the woods. Seriously. There was just this... My whole family holding hands in a 360, edging to where we hoped the house was. when you're standing in the queue in the supermarket and you look into your wallet, £10 Royal Bank of... Oh, shit. Act normal. Hello. Hello. Beep, beep. 7.20. Hit us £10 sterling. They look at it like you've just handed them a dead baby. Luckily, a Scottish person always appears at this moment. I don't know where they come from. It's like they're hiding behind the fruit, just waiting. Excuse me, I think there's a problem with the money. Excuse me, pal, I'm not buying anything, I just got to sort this out. There's a problem here. And then they use this sentence that you only ever hear at this one moment in time. It's like it's been created, invented, only for when you're using Scottish money in England. I think you'll find, pal, that's legal tender. Who are you on the end? My name is Five Spies. You ever been over the cupboard, Five Spies? I am no one spies. I am Five Spies. Times as good as all of you! Yes, but have you ever been out of the cupboard? I have been using recipes for thousands of years. But have you ever been out of this cupboard? No. Excuse me, sorry, I'm sorry to interrupt all this nonsense. Tired of listening to all your whining, because the fact is, I have been in this cupboard for longer than all of you put together. Sorry. Who are you? John West, tuna. Nice to meet you. With my wife, Tin Salmon. Yes, so here we are, London, my favourite town, my hometown. That's where I'm from. It's never enough for people to say you're from London. People want to know exactly where you're from. They see it as more of a test of their own geographical knowledge. You say you're from London, people go, whereabouts, exactly, whereabouts. North London, if they know it, they get more excited. Whereabouts, whereabouts. Muswell Hill, whereabouts. Do you know Sainsbury's? Yes! Driving me home? What the fuck is your problem? The dressage. Is that really a sport? It's just a gay horse. Even the person on the horse was like, it's not really a sport, it's just a gay horse. It came out last week. All the horse ones were quite shit, if I'm honest. The equestrian centre was just around the corner here. They were so posh, it was strange seeing sort of middle-aged, upper-class men winning gold medals. Because they were so uber sort of posh. They had those lips, you know, that sort of move independently of what they're saying. They'll be saying one thing, but their lips will be doing completely the opposite. Thousands of years of inbreeding, and basically the lips have a life of their own at this point. Before I even wake up, the lips are moving. Morning! Sometimes I finish a sentence and the lips carry on without me.
I was in London and I saw a homeless guy with a dog on a piece of string. Classic look for a homeless guy. Yes. And I was walking by and the homeless guy said, "Could you spare some money for food?" And my friend said, "Eat the dog, then we'll talk." Even I thought that is harsh. I'm joking, I didn't. Truth be told, there was no friend there, I said it. I was just checking to see you thought it was funny first.
You know what I love most is laugh snorting. It's very embarrassing for people. Because the snort doesn't integrate itself with the rest of the laughter. It waits till nobody else is laughing before popping up to give you maximum humiliation. So you'll be laughing, other people are laughing with you, you feel confident, you know how to laugh. This is good. You get lulled into a false sense of security. You forget you're a laugh snorter at all at this point. As soon as it dies down to nothing. Ooh. I actually double snorted the other day, like the beginning of the end. I had to excuse myself. I'll never speak to any of you again. I do apologise. It's just a malfunctioning. It's just the human body letting you know That you're human and at any moment you can malfunction and embarrass and humiliate yourself. You know what I love most? Is laugh snorting. It's very embarrassing for people. Because the snort doesn't integrate itself with the rest of the laughter. It waits till nobody else is laughing before popping up to give you maximum humiliation. So you'll be laughing, other people are laughing with you, you feel confident, you know how to laugh. This is good. You get lulled into a false sense of security. You forget you're a laugh snorter at all at this point. As soon as it dies down to nothing. Ooh. I actually double snorted the other day, like the beginning of the end. I had to excuse myself. I'll never speak to any of you again. I do apologise. It's just a malfunctioning. It's just the human body letting you know that you're human and at any moment you can malfunction and embarrass and humiliate yourself.
Size isn't important, it's what you do with it. Would you agree with that, ladies? No! There's a lady over there that likes a big cock and she doesn't care who knows it. Sorry, it's quite possible you just whispered that and it picked up an echo.
The opticians are just as confusing. You got the opticians for an eye test. As soon as you walk through the door, they give you a form to fill out. I can't fucking see. Then they take you in that back room for the eye test. Yeah, they take you into this back room, right? You switch all the lights out, that bloke, and he go, would you like to tell me what that letter is over there? I'm like, I don't know. Would you like to switch your fucking lights on? So I can fucking see it! And why does he have to come in so close to examine your eyes? I mean, he's right here. I started doing that. It's like, what are you doing? I thought, well, you fucking started it. Brought me in this room, switched all the lights out, started getting fresh.